Hello everybody, welcome to this video on my channel. Today I will tell you all something you already know, but you probably need to be reminded about, and that is to be persistent on what you want. Let me explain, okay? You want something, right? Say you want to look fit, you want to look buff, you want to be healthy, you want to be rich, you want to be famous, you want to be a good cook, you want to be a good musician. You want something, right? You want to get there. How do you suppose you're going to get there if you don't work towards it every single day? Every single day, you must work on it. Because guess what happens if you don't? You're not going to get to that goal. Let me explain. For example, let's not get into the nitty gritty. I know some of y'all might say like, oh, but like, I don't gotta do it every single day. Like, you don't have to be perfect. Yeah, you don't have to be perfect. That's not my point. What I'm talking about is persistence. You have to keep that persistence, because if you do not keep that persistence, you're not gonna get where you want to get, right? That's anything you want to be good at. And I have a great belief, and yes, just a great belief, that it's not about the destination, because I'm sure y'all heard it. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And I agree. I feel like once you start, and at least once I start something and I want to get somewhere, whatever it is I want to achieve, that I feel the best throughout the journey. And of course, I feel good when I accomplish it, right? But I feel the best throughout the journey. I feel so good seeing myself succeed, seeing myself accomplish little things bit by bit, but accomplishing them, right? And seeing the changes over time. That is the best feeling ever. But that is only a feeling you get. And that is only something like getting results is something that happens from consistency. Now, you want something, right? My best advice is do it every single day, to the dot, to the point. Make it a habit of whatever it is you want. Don't put too much on your plate. Sometimes you gotta start small. You gotta start with one thing, especially if you're not used to doing anything at all. If you've been going for so many years and not doing anything, it's like something that's not easy, right? For some people it's easier than others. For some people, they don't even need any of this reminder, right? They live it every day. They always have. Not everybody, right? And sometimes some people like me, I go throughout like 18 years, just this is like natural for me. And then things happen like high stress, and that happens for a prolonged period of time, and it starts becoming natural. And then I have to re-implement it and relearn how to do it all over again. Well, not relearn, it's like something I already knew, but I have to like learn it in a new way. Anywho, it's so important, and it sucks when it's not like that every day. And I was like that not too long ago. I went on vacation, right? The details don't matter. What matters is that I was being so consistent every single day for so long, and then boom, I stopped being consistent every single day because I felt, well, my stomach was hurting a lot. So I couldn't like work out, and then I just didn't record a video, and I decided like I'm gonna just take a day to rest. And plus I was on vacation, like come on. And the thing is, with people like me, right? Maybe not with everybody, but with people like me, specifically me, and I know there's other people like that. I do something consistently every single day, and I'm like, so good. But once I stop, and maybe it's one day, but then I stop and stop for like 2-3 days, it's like I'm on a train track, and then all of a sudden I'm not on the train track. It's like I took a little detour, right? And it was supposed to connect back again, but instead it went like that, and then I just went off the rails. Literally. So I know the importance for somebody like me to be very consistent. Because then I start having too much fun. And then things that I have fun in, excuse me real quick. Things I have fun in don't, excuse me, I'll have things that I find fun, and then it'll distract me from what I should be doing when I already was having fun, right? But it's easier to, it's, yeah, it is easier to have fun doing things that require less effort, like watching a TV show, eating delicious food, and not exercising, right? So it's very, very, very important to stay consistent. And if you get off track, get back on track. I know, me personally, when I get off track, I tend to pick up bad habits. And I mean, bad habits. And no, I don't know what y'all are thinking, so don't jump the gun, right? But I pick up um habits that I probably left behind and replace them with good habits, and I start doing things that are not necessarily bad, but overindulge is what I tend to do. I tend to overindulge a lot, and I fall into this little, I don't know what to call it, but I start to overindulge. And then I had to kind of bring myself out of it and be like, bruh, relax. Not that I was out of whack, but it's more like, relax, go back into doing one thing at a time, like boom, 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 boom. And usually this takes just from me looking back a couple of days. Okay, what was keeping me in check? What was keeping me in track? Right? Just doing that. Easier said than done. Um, Depends. It depends on how you feel. It depends on who you are. It depends on what you're going through. Right? It's different for everybody. But it is very important. Like for me, recording videos is very important to me. Something I had to do daily. Don't matter if it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay? It don't matter if the sun is up or sun is down. I have to get it uploaded every single day. Because if I don't, it's like one of those things where I just fall off track. Something I enjoy doing, but when I'm not doing it for a while, I get back on it and I'm like, man, this is hard. And I low key just don't feel the best. It's like hard to get back in. I start having anxiety. Like something's preventing me from going back, but it's like, bro, it's not that deep. Just make a video. Just go for it. Think of a topic that you want to talk about, bro, and formulate that, plan it out, write it down, whatever. For me, it's just like just thinking about it, and then making like brainstorming what it's gonna be about, how I'm gonna talk about it, what am I gonna say, what's really gonna come from my heart, and not something I'm just blabbing about nothing, right? It's something that relates to me, that is about me usually, and that I want to tell others about. I'm telling y'all, this specifically, this next part right now, I'm gonna say is not for everybody, right? But specifically for people who deal with depression, right? Anxiety, compulsion disorders, um, even like ADHD. It's very important to stay on track and to be consistent and to not let things get in the way of doing those things every day. And I would say have a good schedule that you stick to. I think that is the most important thing. And you decide what you want to fill in, when you're going to wake up, go to sleep, right? But specifically with people who deal with those, you have to be consistent. If you deal with those things and you're not consistent, it's going to throw you off completely, right? Because one, you're battling this thing that it's already difficult to deal with, right? And then you're also, on the other hand, trying to do good on the rest of your life, right? Just trying to be responsible and trying to be a good person and trying to keep yourself in check. So it's like, is I understand it could be very heavy to deal with. So being keeping yourself accountable to do these things every single day, no matter how bad or good you feel, is key. And if you are overwhelmed, I will give you this piece of advice. Let it go. You can start fresh, keep the schedule, keep your things, but you can start small, right? Go back to the basics. Sometimes it's that simple. It's just going back to the basics because sometimes things get overwhelming, right? Not for everybody, right? I get that. But for those who have dealt with this and it gets overwhelming, it's okay. Take a step back and start from the basics, start from the beginning, right? I think that's with anything. It's like really anything. It's like when artists they get into a what is it like a block. Sometimes like writers get in writer's block where they don't know what to write. Like it's because a lot of people think too much and don't like revert to like what they even like writing about, right? And this goes to everything, not specifically writing, but it's like sometimes we forget the basics. We forget what really matters to us, what really gets us going. And we sometimes we just get lost in the sauce. Get lost in the sauce. Some of us don't, some of us do. And maybe it happens to everybody just at different times, right? But sometimes we get lost in the sauce. And that's okay. Sometimes we just gotta go back to the basics, back to the beginning. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, be consistent. Especially if you want something, if you're like yearning to get what you wanna get, to be who you wanna be, you gotta be consistent every day. I wanna see y'all being consistent every single day. Just doing little tasks. Little tasks. Alright? Just sometimes you just gotta let your mind be. No matter what. Right? And you'll realize like your mind creates amazing things. And then you in turn, because you have your body, you can use that, your mind, and then like create it in real life. So whatever your mind thinks of, you can actually like do something. It's it's a superpower. It's a power we have. Maybe not super. I would say it's kind of super, but it's a power we got that we can make things in here become a reality. Maybe not in every single sense, but we really can, you know. If there's something that's not possible in real life, it could be written in a story. It could be made into a movie. It could be made into art, into a podcast, into writing. I think I already said that though. It could be made into a very good discussion about something very interesting that you just want to talk about. But yes, everybody, stay beautiful, stay sexy, stay gorgeous, stay consistent. I want to see y'all win. I want to see y'all win. I want to see everybody win. I want to see myself win. So be consistent because I got to be consistent too, dog. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful night. Have a beautiful morning. Peace.